So this is a video for focusing on blunder prevention. So I'm playing somebody who's a little better than me, and they're white. So it's just a regular king spawn. He's trying to go for scholar's mate. So I'm just gonna develop my knight. It was a weird game because he did that. And there's a couple rules. You want to look for checks, and you want to look for forks, and you want to look for blunders. So mainly this would have been checkmate if I didn't put that knight there. So that was a good move there. But I was looking for checks here because I just wanted to put pressure on him early. Couldn't really check him. So I just developed regularly, and he took. So I was like, that's actually a really good move for me because my queen is there. And then I think I connected my my knights. So they would basically be defending each other, which is a very smart move. So in this game I had a lot of long time in between. So I'm going to be putting out a video about the London system middle game, where you should be looking for some traps you can do. And here, I'm in a great position. He can't scholar mate me. Honestly, he has more development than me, but he's pushing pawns. Another thing, you should never push pawns, because it doesn't end well, and you get less development out of it. So he thinks about this move for a little while, and basically, here I was looking for a fork that he could be, with his queen. Oh, I was mainly focusing, when you get your queen out early, there's a fork with your king and your undeveloped rook. So I was mainly focusing on that fork for most of the game, trying to prevent that. And he moves, and it was difficult to choose what move I was going to do because he was in a good position. I think I was just focused on developing at that point. And basically, it's difficult to look at everything. So with lower elo, I think I'm 269, 270, 271. And I focus on one thing at a time because I'm not terribly smart at chess. But right here, I was looking to actually create a fork instead of looking for a fork. And I saw that that was possible. And I was right there, I was focusing on attacking the queen by connecting my king and my bishop, which was a good idea, but it wasn't actually a fork, but I was looking for a good fork. Next, I believe he pushes a pawn, and it's just don't push pawns because it limits development. And he didn't. He developed his knight, and then I attack his queen. And also for blunders, look at focus on a move and think about it for a little bit. And this is what my opponent, he's actually doing that very well. And he attacks it. That wasn't actually a good move because my queen was already helping it, was already connected with it. Here I actually do a fork, but I didn't think about it enough, so I saw that my my plan kind of backfired. So here I should have moved that knight. I think I moved the other one because it actually disconnected my queen and bishop. So that wasn't a very good idea. So that was actually a bad move on my part. 2 bad moves in a row. But I kind of came back with a discovered attack later on. Always test your opponents to see what they like know, because until I was at like a rating of 750, that Scholar's Mate worked on me a lot. So yeah, and I'll put out a video on Scholar's Mates and like quickest checkmates and just show you them. Maybe use them a couple of times, test your opponent. But the best way to test your opponent is a discovered attack, which they kind of set it up themselves by moving their queen. But it was actually a pretty good move. Now he takes a lot of time on the clock, like he thinks about it almost a little too much. And when I tell you to think about something, don't take like 2 minutes on a move. Like you should take like 20, 30 seconds on a move tops, because it can really stress you out in the end of the game, and it doesn't go well. And with all the time he takes to think about a move, he doesn't see my perspective. That's why sometimes I suggest like flipping your screen around and looking from their perspective. Don't even think about your moves, think about their moves. So they set up this discovered attack pretty well. I didn't see it at first, but then I was like, I think I want to test him. So I moved my knight out of the way, and I don't know what he thought I was doing when I moved my knight out of the way. It wasn't a very good move, and he didn't spend a lot of time on it. I don't know why he thought what I was doing was attacking his queen. I was attacking his queen, but he just moved it back. I don't know why he did that. So he spent a lot of time and made another bad move. So I immediately just took it, and the game was kind of over from there. So next, I was focused on checking him as much as possible. Well, I was also focused on trading, but I was focused on not blundering and checking him. So I was thinking maybe I can connect my bishop and queen again. And then I noticed that it wasn't a good move because their left, well, they kind of blundered that right there. But it wouldn't be a good move to try to check them like that because the left knight was defending. So there I was looking for check, but I was kind of on the light squares, and he was mainly on the dark squares. So it was just another blunder. He didn't really focus on blunders too much. But here was a fork. It was a good fork. Forking both the rook, and if I were to attack the knight with my queen, it would be forking the rook, both the rooks. But here, I didn't do that because it wouldn't have been the greatest move. So here, that was another wasted pawn move. I think he thought he was going to win the game. Win the part. Sorry. Win a little material here, but actually he didn't, because I initiated the attack. If you initiate the attack but have the same amount of defenders, you will always win material. That's one of the most important things I've really thought of. So here, I don't think he should have resigned, but he actually did resign. It wasn't a good point for him to resign. He still had 2 rooks. He was only down a queen. Please like and subscribe, and remember those principles.